What do you think this week, picks of the week? Let's go ahead with the first game. We have Oakland at Buffalo. What do you think, Raheem?
What do I think?
Just your pick. Just your pick, sir.
Circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. We finally got us a quarterback. You know what I said, right? We finally got us a quarterback. We got us a receiver. We got us a couple running backs. We got us
Stevie Johnson.
We got
on my team,
the best
fantasy team.
defensive tackle in the league that nobody knows
Okay.
about, Kyle Williams.
Real Raheem, we got your
We win
pick.
the game.
We got your pick, Real Raheem. I got Buffalo as well. Go to the next one.
Josh is taking Buffalo. Real Raheem is taking Buffalo. I'm going to say this. As impressive as Buffalo looked last week, I'm a big fan of Darren McFadden. I think this guy's great. I'm going to have to go with Oakland. Let's go ahead and go on to the next pick. KC at Detroit. I'm taking Detroit. Josh, what do you got?
I'm going to go ahead and take Detroit as well. KC looked horrible. Go ahead, Raheem.
Detroit won't even be close.
Go ahead.
Wow. Imagine this. KC won their division last year. And
No Charlie Weiss.
wow. Charlie Weiss. After the debacle at Notre Dame, I didn't think you were that great of a coach. My apologies. Let's go on to the next one. Baltimore at Tennessee. I'm taking Baltimore and Ray Rice. Josh, who do you have?
I'm going to take Baltimore as well. Kenny Britt will not have that big game. Fantasy owners, you might want to think about, if you have somebody else. Right, Real Raheem.
I'm taking Baltimore, but Chris Johnson will have 20-plus fantasy points.
There you go. Now let's
Don't
go ahead to
guarantee
the next game. This seems like a bit of a dud of a game. This is one of the games I definitely will not be tuned into on my TiVo. Let's go ahead to this game. Cleveland at Indianapolis. No Peyton, no Wentz. I'm going to go with Peyton Hillis, the real Peyton in this game. The only Peyton that's playing, Peyton Hillis. Go ahead, Josh.
Go ahead and take... I'm going to take Cleveland, but I think Indy's going to come out and put up more of a fight than what they did last week. Raheem.
I'm going to say that Cleveland is Cleveland. Indy will win. Indy was a little shell-shocked without Peyton.
Whoa.
Used to hit him in the mouth, division foe, but this is Cleveland, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cleveland. Indy all day.
All right, let's go ahead and get on to our next game. And before I get on to our next game, I always like to give props to young quarterbacks, guys who you didn't expect them to do much in the league, but they have shown that they belong. Colt McCoy, you belong in the league. We see it, baby. You belong in the league. Tebow, you don't. Let's go to our
I
next
disagree
pick.
with this guy. That's not true.
Tampa Bay at Minnesota. I'm going to go with what I think is probably the best, if not the best young quarterback. He's at least top 3 when you're talking about guys with 3 years or less in the league. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay's quarterback, Josh Freeman. Let's go, Tampa Bay's quarterback. So I'll take Tampa Bay.
I'm going to go ahead and take Minnesota. I just think Adrian's going to come out. They're going to give him the ball more. And I think Donovan McNabb is not going to have that horrible game like he did with San Diego. I got many. Raheem?
I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. McNabb looked terrible. AP can run all he wants to, but he can't run the victory, baby. Bucks will win.
And I'll tell you this, man, that Chicago defense looked ferocious. Julius Peppers, wow. What a pickup. What a pickup. That's all I got to say. Let's go ahead and move over to Chicago at New Orleans. And like I said, Julius Peppers, this guy is such a great player. And what he's brought to that defense. And I think Jay Cutler is good enough. He has an explosive enough arm to take advantage. Like I said, it's all decision-making when it comes to Jay Cutler. And I'll take Chicago at New Orleans.
I'm going to go ahead and take New Orleans. Chicago's not going to run the ball enough, and I don't think they're going to be able to get into a shootout with the Saints. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints in this game. Raheem?
This was a tough one. I think the Bears got the defense to control the Saints' offense as they shown when they played the Packers. They kind of control Aaron Rodgers. But I think Mike Martz is not smart enough to run the ball to control the game. So I'm picking New Orleans.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have to go do it. I just don't. Yeah, the running game is not going to be there for the Bears. And then you can't get in a shootout. Jay Cutler starts making bad decisions when he's in the shootouts.
Mike Martz.
It's there. They just don't run the ball.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, but if you get in the shootout, Jay Cutler is a good quarterback, but he's going to start making bad decisions because he don't think he needs to score and make a play with his arm. He's going to try to fit in between two defenders. Pick 6. Next game.
Mike Martz.
The new gunslinger.
Mike Martz, I want to apologize for any statements or comments made detrimental to your character on this show. But hey, you just like to pass too much. Quiet as kept. Keep it simple. Run the ball. That's why you have Matt Forte. Thank
and
you.
Marion Barber, too. Will be playing this week, I think.
Next game is going to be the New York Jets at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
Jags at the New York Jets. And we're in the Meadowlands, so I'm going to have to go with Riri, as I call him. That's Darrelle Revis. I mean, anyone on Revis Island gets locked down. If you've seen what this guy did to Dez Bryant, a guy that I think is a wonderful receiver and a special talent, but Riri did what Riri does, and he locks it down, baby. So I'm taking the Jets.
I think Dez got off on him a little bit. I just think he hurt himself in that game. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Jets. I think the Jags still with that quarterback. I just don't believe in them. Jets. Real Raheem.
I'm going with the Jets, Jets, although I do think Darrelle Revis is overrated. Like
wow.
Jaguar said.
Wow. Darrelle Revis has to be top 3 defender in this league. Top 3. I mean, you're talking Ed Reed, let's say Ndamukong Suh, and then this guy. I mean, this guy's a real playmaker.
I mean, he's proven it. So let's move to the next game. You argue about that all day as well.
All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Seattle at Pitt. Like I said, I think this would be a great bounce-back game for Pittsburgh. Big Ben, Mendenhall, let's go, baby.
I got Pittsburgh as well. I think Mendenhall is going to have a way better game, and also Big Ben. None of those turnovers. Real Raheem.
I think Pittsburgh, but remember, the game's in Seattle, right?
No, it's in Pittsburgh.
No, it's in Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's in Pittsburgh? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Hines ketchup all on the floor, baby. Pittsburgh in the blowout.
Okay.
Great line by the one Raheem. Hines ketchup, ball on the floor. Let's go. Arizona at Washington. I love Tim Hightower. Obviously, you know I have him in one of my fantasy leagues, and I do have more than one fantasy league. But I think Tim Hightower is due for a big year. I love what Shanahan does in the running game. I'm going to take Washington.
I'm going to go ahead and take Washington as well. People think Kevin Kolb is better than what he really is. Washington. Real Raheem.
Washington. Rex Grossman, baby.
There you go. Great pick.
Green Bay
at Carolina. You know what? I'm going to go for the upset shocker, lead pipe, lock of the week. Cam showed me that he is really the man. Cam Newton, baby. Taking Cam in the upset.
This guy is being a prisoner of the moment, like they like to say on ESPN. Prisoner of the moment here. Cam, I think he have a decent game. I'm going to take the Super Bowl champions. They have no answer for Aaron Rodgers on defense. Real Raheem.
Is this really a question?
I mean, what's your pick?
Green Bay, blowout.
All right,
let's get to the next one. I'd say this. A lot of people are really not realizing what Cam Newton was able to accomplish. And before we get to the next topic, because we really didn't have set to talk about Cam Newton, but I was just so impressed by what Cam Newton brought to the table in Week 1. I mean, what a wonderful, phenomenal welcoming party to the NFL. Welcome to Cam's league. I mean, Cam Newton showed, this guy is going to change the quarterback position as we see it. The poise on the run. The accuracy. This guy showed a lot. He really did. You really looked at Cam as a shotgun running quarterback. Cam showed you that he can sit in the pocket and throw for over 400 against a fairly decent NFL defense, or any NFL defense. You're in the NFL, so you can't say anything. Cam, I expect a lot of big things from Cam. Let's go ahead and go to our next game. Dallas at San Francisco. Romo, no homo, so I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm going to go ahead and take my favorite team. I'm going to take San Fran in this game. I think we'll be able to run the ball. Dallas gives up a lot of points.